Sam.
Cam.
Sam and Cam.
So, Sam, in the end, who was stronger?
Me.
Okay. Sam, Dark Riku how hard was he?
He's pretty hard.
Is he the hardest boss you faced so far in this game?
I think so. Harder than, I would say Vanitas was the previous
Sam,
title
is he the
holder.
hardest boss that you faced in the series?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I would still say Lingering Will is like the hardest boss I fought in the series so far.
Okay, is he the second hardest?
He's one of the hardest. He's probably like top 3.
Is he
right
harder? Is he harder than all the data battles in 2?
now. Oh yeah,
Absolutely, right?
I would say
But
that.
think about this. You still beat him faster than many of those data battles.
Yeah.
You are getting better, Sam. That's the most beautiful part.
So far, amazingly, I'm halfway through killing all of the
You are making such
all
fast
of the data
progress.
battles,
You're
and
killing at least
not a
one
single
boss.
one. Not a single one of them has taken me more than 5 episodes so far.
You've beaten at least one boss every time we record, which is what I said.
Whereas
Was the best case scenario, the fastest possible
in
way
fact,
you could do
I'm
it.
doing better than that so far because I beat 2 of them
Last time you did 2, yeah.
And what's
Oh,
funny
man.
is, by now, and I remember in KH2, I did Zaldin relatively early, I think. Like, not that early, but he was, like, in the first half, I think, of the bosses I fought. And he took, like, 8 episodes. He was easily the hardest boss I had fought up until that point. But so far, I have not experienced anyone that has taken quite that long. And, you know, I know how a lot of
But
our...
they still feel harder and more complicated
Yeah.
anyway.
Because of things like no, what is it called? Reaction commands. I don't know why my brain was broken there. But, like, yeah, like stuff like that. And, yeah.
You really had to ascend in this game. You're doing concepts like changing your combos so that they become better block strings. You're like, oh, my attack to block, and he counters, so what do I do? And then you came up with this strategy where you dodge twice, and then you can attack. You did a shimmy, and I'm like, that's so sick. That's like, you know, it's really awesome when, you know, there are times when the game, there's no, you can't just be like, oh, I just block and counter, or oh, it's unblockable, I just dodge. That it's not that binary.
Sometimes
it's a lot
you
more
get the
complicated.
counter, and it's sometimes you get the block and you get the counter, and it's not quite what you need to do.
Yeah, and then you didn't just go, oh, I block counter doesn't work, so I dodge, because dodge doesn't work either. You were like, no, dodge twice at the right time, and then get him on the end lag. And then the thing I did was counter twice, stuff like that. And we were discussing this even back in 0.2 with Zodiac Aqua, that, you know, you have to really combine all your actions. The answers that you come up with are the combinations of your actions. Terranort, you had to jump and block. That's completely new for this series, to have an attack that only gives you the opening if you jump first and then block. And then that was completely simple. That's super simple compared to Dark Riku, but it was definitely more complicated than a bunch of other things before it.
Yeah.
As I said, each boss asks you to ascend higher and higher and higher. And oh man, I cannot wait to see how you do your next boss. Which is it?
I think it's going to be Saïx if we just continue. I think I'm just gonna, unless something crazy happens, I think I'm just gonna go left to right here.
That's pretty good, actually, because you go from left to right, you get to Ansem, and I think you should do Ansem before Xemnas.
Okay.
Great. Now, I'm really hyped for this because I'll tell you a secret. I think I told you, Saïx was I was trying to do no movement of Saïx and I'm still stuck on that, right? I don't know how to fight him normally. Literally, the way I beat him regularly was no movement up until I got to the one part where I don't know how to no movement yet. And then I just dodged that attack, and then I went back to no movement. I can't tell you how you should dodge attacks. Do you recognize this, Sam?
Oh,
Recognize that revenge counter?
he was doing the Berserk.
Yeah, Eclipse and Magnastorm. That's the reaction command, Sam.
That's cool.
That's not even something he does or the Berserkers do. That's Sora's move.
That's really funny.
It's awesome. You're like, yeah, we got reaction commands. Not for you though.
I call on the moon's pale light.
Berserk time.
Fight is over.
No, Berserk doesn't work like it does in 2. So.
Whoa.
Abandon hope. Expire. Back to dust.
Okay. That was
And
not
yes, I
bad
did-
for a start.
It wasn't.
Deal
Yeah,
damage
okay,
to
read that.
Saïx when he's surrounded by weapons to lower his Berserk gauge. Look for openings after he attacks and counter to deal damage. Okay.
Yeah. And yes, Sam. Not only did I do all that no movement, it wasn't even hard.
He has never been a hard boss.
No. He's a hard boss. He's a hard boss. He is.
Well, I
this is
mean, I'm
absolutely
sure
a
this
very
one
hard
is
boss.
hard, but like, I'm talking
saying-
about Cage 2.
I'm saying me discovering how to no movement him was not hard. But I'm not telling you to figure that out. Do things your own way. If you want to dodge, dodge. If you want to block, block. And it certainly wasn't intended. I know some people that actually do feel like he was the hardest. This is the hardest boss for at least one of them.
I call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over.
In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? After you beat this, which will probably be next session, considering where you're going, I'm gonna show you my strategy for no movement so far, and the one attack that trips me up. The attack that I know is possible, but is stopping me from doing a true no movement.
No. It's over.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah, he actually follows you into the air this time. Remember, that's what made him so easy in 2, and
yeah.
even this game.
Use blizzard magic to stop him. Interesting.
Huh? Sam, I didn't know that. I was so committed to my no movement strategy. Oh my god.
At the end of the day, he's just like the fucking large bodies. Alright, let's
Oh my
change this to
well-
the saga.
Oh my god, that's true, because they get mad too. Oh, this game is so good. Oh my god,
Oh,
that gives me an idea. How does that... Did you change the shortcut?
I did. I'm
Okay,
resaving.
how does that interact with his Berserk cage?
Let's find out.
What? Dude, that might be the key.
To your no movement. If me reading the tip made you figure out the no movement, I will be very happy. I will be very satisfied. Even if I don't beat him today, I'll feel like I beat him in spirit because I gave you the keys to do it. No
The
pun
moon
intended.
shines down.
Actually, what happens if I do that?
He wasn't
Wait,
gathering
what?
power. I mean, no, you just got him. You just got him, dude.
He has more openings than I think.
Yeah, as I said, Berserk doesn't work like it does in 2.
Alright, if that's his whole revenge counter, it's pretty not
Yeah.
dangerous.
And in fact, you know the timing, because you used to do that same move all the time.
I call on the moon's
No, you couldn't
pale
have,
light.
because the moment his Berserk gauge fills to completion, he becomes invincible. So that was the longest you could have gone it.
I hit the wall, I think.
Yes, that was ground. That was a wall bounce. Try Blizzard again. See, nothing. They're probably talking about either when he's open or in that second phase. Yeah, try doing it during a combo and see what that does.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'll keep an eye on the
The moon
Berserk
shines
gauge.
down.
We both live in. Don't notice anything. Try it when it's full or in the second phase.
Oh, shit. I wonder if I can't block that. Maybe that's not blockable.
You can block this. You can block the weapon. You can block his weapon. You cannot block the purple shockwaves.
Okay, shockwaves can't be blocked. The spinning weapons can't be blocked either. Okay.
Yeah, launched at you. But the attack itself can be blocked. That looks cool, but I don't know what it does.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
That, oh man.
I call on the moon's pale light.
But as you can see, the phases change depending on his Berserk gauge, not his health.
Now I have my own Berserk gauge.
In fact, one of the strategies I have for by the way, he has openings even in this phase. It's not a limit.
Well, the hint maybe implies that. Okay, same hint.
Yeah, that's the phase where he's surrounded by weapons.
The moon shines down.
So attacking him in this phase increases his Berserk gauge, and attacking him in that phase lowers it. Remember, when you get a wrist indicator, that means your guard is broken. So the next time you get hit, you will take damage. That's why it's risky. You have no choice.
No escape. Get away. Get away.
Back off! Try this! Back at you!
Get away. No escape. Back to dust.
Doesn't this fight seem so normal?
Yeah. He also seems relatively slow.
Well, he's always been slow.
This is like Marluxia speed.
In fact, like, he's like a counterpart to Marluxia, isn't he? Weak to Blizzard? Come on.
Why am I trying to block it?
You've been consistently trying to block that.
He has a lot of attacks that go dead on at you.
The
so
moon
it's
shines
hard to
down!
Which might make you wonder, how on earth did I know movement thing that? Cannot wait for you to find out. And no, it's not water magic.
Back off! Back at you!
You should stop trying to attack him out of his revenge.
I mean, attacking him during it is fine. Well, you dodge in a straight line.
The classic tech.
Nice cancel, making your combo a little bit longer.
Over here!
Nice.
Over! Heal!
Get away!
That is not blockable.
Back off!
Nope. As I said, spinning weapons launched towards you are not blockable.
There!
Now he's in Berserk
We
mode.
call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over. Abandon hope. It's over. Back to dust.
Shit.
The moon shines down!
You're through!
Nice, nice.
Back off! Take this! Back at you!
No escape.
This is all new to me because I didn't fight him in a regular way at all. I'm like, oh, I guess it's that simple,
We're
huh?
gonna try this.
The blizzards?
Yeah.
This fight is over.
Oh. See that? Oh wait, it hasn't been.
Break. It's over.
Oh my god. I don't know if that changes anything though. Like, no movement wise. But it certainly makes this phase a lot faster if you use it. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, you got it. Okay, third phase time.
Over here!
Oh, this mix is so good. The metal elements.
Oops. Didn't want to do that.
Get away!
He builds
Call
Berserk
on the
a lot
moon's
faster.
pale light.
Time for the fourth phase. Oh. Okay, that's new to me.
Abandoned home.
That's not the fourth phase. This is the second phase.
Damn it. That was a pretty good
Oh
run,
my
though.
god, Sam.
I think that's
So-
the strat, though. Maybe.
So, I mean, yeah, you're doing fine, but I said phase, right?
Yeah.
But he went back to second phase. That means that I've always done so much damage that he's never returned to the second phase for me. And maybe you'll get to that point too.
That's interesting. He has a ton of openings.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, no movement wouldn't be possible. His openings up the wazoo. Look at that.
I call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over.
Yeah, it seems to be that Blizzard is best used when you actually like it's in the second phase, but it's best in a combo. Because you know
Okay.
you still didn't hit him out of anything there.
That's true.
Oh, that was frame perfect, Sam. That was frame perfect.
Got him.
Not that it does anything, because it's the block that needs to be the frame perfect, not the wrist dodge. And I actually do not recommend trying to go for frame perfect wrist dodging. Because there's a problem where if you press circle too soon after you block a move that guard breaks you, Sora jump cancels instead of wrist dodge, and that kills you.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely not intended, but it's a side effect of the fact that regular block stun can be jump cancelled. Like, you remember that? You needed to do that in 0.2.
Why did I do that?
By the way, you should always get his revenge counter out, because it's completely blockable.
The moon shines down!
So long! So long! Back at you! Take this!
No escape.
Back off! Over here!
Nice.
Nice!
No escape.
Why didn't you go for the revenge counter there?
Because I wanted to heal. I didn't want to risk it.
There!
I call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over. Abandoned home. Inspire. Break. It's over.
Nice use of a flash step and quick slash frames. But you're missing so many openings.
Expire. Back to dust.
Yeah, I don't know what his openings are in this form, and I need to figure that out. I think I saw one when he throws his weapon. So be careful of his other weapons. He's whacking.
It's over! Take this!
Get away!
Back at you!
In fact, you know what I'm gonna do, Sam? I'm not gonna show you what it has so far, which is no movement. I'm gonna wait till I can visit you in person, and I'm gonna recreate it at your house.
Nice.
Because
Call on the moon's pale
what's it
light.
called?
This fight is over.
I have it down so hard that
Abandon hope.
it literally goes, the fight literally goes exactly the same way every time.
Was I
So that what
I
happened?
couldn't.
Stun.
No.
Stun into wall bounce. So you couldn't aerial cover because of stun, and then you wall bounced. And then even if you didn't wall bounce, I think stun makes attacks go through once more anyway. So, yeah, do not get hit by that.
The moon shines down.
Over here. So long. Back at you.
Get away.
Back off. Back at you.
You escape.
Back off. Got him.
Just wanted me to use my shield.
Back over there.
I call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over. It's over. Move to dust.
You're through. Yeah. See ya.
Why did I block?
Heal. Nice.
You escape.
Why am I put on block?
Back off. Yeah.
Sorry, did you hear that?
So long.
I
I
call
was
on
talking
the
to my mom
moon's
for a
pale
second. I
light.
don't know if you heard it.
This fight is over.
This mic is so good then, because I didn't really move.
Man.
The moon shines down.
You're through. Yeah. See ya.
I like how Riku goes, I'm done with you. And Sora goes, you're through.
So long. Back at
That wrist dodge is too late. Like, wrist dodging there is an opening. It's just you did it like at the last possible frame.
I call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over. Abandon hope. Break.
Oh man.
Got stunned.
Those were faster than I thought.
Over here. You're through. Yeah. See ya. Back off. Take this. Back at.
on the moon's pale light. This fight is over. Break. It's over.
Nice.
It's over.
Shit.
Death.
Fuck. That's like the easiest of his attacks to deal with. Why am I getting hit by it so much?
That's the balancing thing. It's because it's the easiest, it's also the deadliest. Whereas a hard to dodge projectile, like Riku's, does tiny damage.
No escape.
Back off. Take this.
I like how Saïx is just Alex at heart. When he's just like, no escape.
He's also like,
Yeah.
and he stuns you. He stuns you. Too slow on the wrist dodge.
I call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over. It's over.
Try this.
Abandon hope. Back to dust.
See, what's interesting is it says Blizzard magic when he's charging Berserk.
When he's charging, so this? But it still increases his Berserk gauge. Oh, you know what it is? Maybe it's talking about at the end of the second phase. Which means I'm not sure what the window is exactly, but you'll see what I mean.
I call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over. Abandon hope. Back to dust.
Fuck.
You realize that there's literally no variation in his attack pattern.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep getting hit. I keep getting hit by the exact same attacks too, and I don't know why.
How the fight goes is there's no variation at all. The fight goes entirely based on how much damage you do, evidently, and when you fill or empty his Berserk gauge.
Why did I dodge? I should have just blocked.
The moon shines down. Get away!
Back off! Over here! You're through!
Get away!
Back at you!
I call on the moon's pale light. This fight is over. It's over.
Yeah, see?
Break. Expire.
Blizzard didn't really do anything.
It's over.
I need to just know what his... I just need to figure out what his openings are in Berserk. Because if he has some, I can combo him. But I'm getting hit by the exact same attacks every time.
Over here. So long.
I wonder if his uppercut is blockable. I wonder how much of that is blockable.
His only unblockables are exactly what the loading screen told you. Shockwaves, which, as I've told you, does not include his weapon in his hand. That's blockable. And
Back off. Here we go.
I call on the moon's pale light.
what's it called?
This fight is over.
And for projectiles. Everything else is blockable.
Abandon home. Expire.
Shit.
So if you want to try blocking more, you said you wonder how much is blockable? Then try blocking it. That's all.
The moon shines down.
Over here. So long. Yeah. Take this. Back at you. Back off. See ya. Nice. Back at you.
Get away. Get away. I call on the moon's pale light.
Okay, so for the record, shockwave doesn't just mean the purple, like, lines that come out of the ground. It also means the circles on the ground.
Expire.
Did you see that? Did you see that, Sam? That was a wrist dodge. Try that. You did good there. You just didn't get the wrist dodge. Also, this should be the last attempt. Unless you die, like, immediately.
Over here. So long. Yeah. So long.
I like the sound he's raising.
Yep.
He's really angry.
No escape.
I love him as a character because his personality is so cold and calculating. But his whole thing is that he's so angry and he just goes berserk. Like,
I call on the moon's
it
pale
makes
light.
him seem a lot more complex.
Fight is over.
Like, how could such a cold, calculating guy be this hot-blooded? Okay, that should not have happened.
Break. Abandon hope. It's over.
I think that was pretty good Blizzard.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
god,
was
I think...
unfortunate.
Oh my god. Okay, we gotta cut here, but... Because... Yeah, it's too late. But you're gonna do next?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I just
So,
have to
be-
figure out Berserk form. I feel like when he's not in Berserk form, he's not a problem.
So, before you cut, I'll tell you one thing. I just realized I completely forgot about that. I don't think I've ever even seen that move because I don't remember it at all. Where he just charges up in the middle of the second phase, and it actually looked like the Berserk gauge increased for a little bit, and then he went back to attacking. I've not seen that because I just knocked him out of the second phase before he ever did that. Every time.
It's like that risk dodge. I don't know why I didn't get it. He just hit me or something.
Yeah, so what happened was, I think because you blocked too early, this is what happened. You blocked too early, and because you blocked too early, there was a weird angle where, Sora wasn't facing the right way. You still got the block, but then you got knocked into a shockwave, which was a little weird. Or maybe it wasn't blocking too early. Maybe you moved a little bit after a block.
I feel like I got
maybe.
janked a little bit.
But normally you're not supposed. The block is supposed to send you in the same direction that he is, which definitely happens if you block him head on, which is why I think you blocked too early. So yeah, just block those. And when you realize that you can just block those until you get to the wrist dodge, suddenly you realize how I'm doing no movement. Because it's a lot more blockable attacks than you'd think. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have to say. Next session, and for you guys watching, it's really just next episode. We're gonna go more into detail on how we beat this guy because Sam's gonna have more time to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, see ya.
See ya.